Gerald free card, but Link actually going to challenge this 3-swing onto him and 0 to find it.
Yeah, Nevera then put in almost an unwinnable scenario. Scream going to try and pick up the mantle, but nothing's hitting. It's all going astray. Zeta going to clean up the first 2 and leave it down to the 3. Now patience pays dividends for Laz. Waited and baits them in. Oh, it's gorgeous from Laz. Leading by example. There's Soulcast now. A 1v5. And he is red. The book's wide open. That position is getting you nothing. And time to try and dip away, but hey, Laz is filling that gap already.
Not much for him left to do here. Will actually, well, considering the orb here, but again, it's highly unlikely where the spike is. He's going to be able to make this feasible. Down to 18 HP already. Matter of time. Won't even find a consolation.
Clean
Prime gaming, flawless, opened up by ZETA, and we talked about this. It's, I mean, exactly what we're talking about. Being proactive here in the pistol round. Liquid starting a little slow and leaving the back door open here. Again, as soon as this trap identifies the flank coming through, it's only Link to challenge, which is kind of odd to see. I mean, Laz feeling no pressure. It's not even like, I find a kill, I wait for the second. It's absolutely fine.
So well prepared for that. And mental, you know, when you talk about the mental game of this as well for ZETA, that's a lovely start. Flawless beginning, everything feeling correct.
Time ticking away.
I was going to say, it's hitting that 50-second marker if you've had no contact at this point, surely, and you can see it. They are hitting those rotations now. Laz probably calling for support, but Scream so aware. It's the punish on the rotation, taking down Sugar Zero, but bear in mind the weaponry they're working with. You've got odds and ends of excluding that Bulldog, but 10's still going to find value for it. Punishing Scream, and now the hit has to come in no matter which way you cut it. A slowdown on the approach for a second. Yampi trying to speed up the pace, but Laz still holds his ground. ZETA not going down without a fight, and welcome to the team that can make the unthinkable possible as 10 is chipping away at Link, and the disaster starts to strike at 10. He's hunting him down. He wants blood, and I think he might just get it, but sadly it's his own, as Link will hold, but it's 13 seconds. This round's cooked.
10 seconds
Again,
left.
absolutely disastrous. Even with Scream finding that first blood, that's actually a creep walk down. At this point, I mean, they can throw a couple. Yeah, this is a big upgrade already, so I'm absolutely fine with that. Trying to remove the weapon from Link, but ZETA will find their third here, Lauren. Absolute disaster for Liquid. Like I said, I don't necessarily think they've done anything wrong here. This is a little bit of an oversight here. The Scream's open to this angle, and 10 just punishes him for it.
And 10 just threading the needle so perfectly this round. So good to witness.
It's so disjointed. You can see as soon as that utility dump comes through, the smokes are down. Liquid are actually drifting back towards A main, stacked up as 5 now.
30
Again,
seconds
they got a couple of bits of utility to make their way through. Again, the trap and the gravity roll potential to really slow things down.
20 seconds and nothing can go wrong for them. They have to. That's
no margin
ideal.
for error here.
Yeah, already slowed down. 18 seconds, keep your eye on the time, the rotations are in. Crow's already over here, Laz still uncontested. He's having to keep an eye on where he got that contact before, but 13 seconds now, eyes towards the spike, it's not there. 10! Could have been dangerous, but no, it's a clean sweep. ZETA unmoved, unfazed!
Flawless.
And untarnished, it's 5-0. Liquid, wake up. ZETA are absolutely destroying them right now.
And like I said, it's the perfect response here. Like I said, ZETA are so comfortable in these setups that Liquid aren't creating any pressure
Where's the danger?
whatsoever in the early round. It's not forcing a rotation, it's not forcing out any utility. So by the time it comes to 20 seconds, like I said, there's no margin for error here. They have a poison orb to come through. If a snake bite goes in there, there's this trap on main, potential there for a gravity roll, or even just a smoke to come up. Everything for them to overcome.
Liquid already starting to really build into this one. Adept's still holding the back, buying time. Precious time for rotations that you can see are on the way already. And Liquid looking for their step forward, but ZETA is slipping away from this. They've dipped.
Well, happy to give this up. The only one not here is Sugar Zero right now, but trade comes through. 10 and Nevera will find kills.
Spike
Finally comes through, but Soulcast out in no man's land here. The Rolling Thunder invested. Going to clear out, but actually a little early if you ask me. There's no real follow-up on that.
You can see the attempt at it almost, Laz stepping forward, but it was, as you said, a little bit out of sorts, and Link being forced out of the angle, but Scream going to keep him safe. Laz goes down, and now that's one avenue denied, and this is huge. ZETA now down to 3. Sugar Zero, Crow, and Depp have to identify this, but they're not being given a great deal, and it's time to go now. Depp going to stride towards the side, Scream still standing, Link still there. 1 gets removed, 2 gets removed, but Nevera threads the needle, but only to receive the killing blow by Depp. This is a close defuse, but it should come through. And I've got to say it, Zeta are impressing me time and time again. This is 7-0. This seems just like a mad fantasy, some sort of fever dream that we're watching. But Liquid aren't waking up.
No, they absolutely aren't. And even with this round, you don't come away from this feeling confident in terms of building on the success. There's nothing really. I mean, Zeta are happy to give it up.
Okay, first step garnered. Okay, and it looks like the set piece gonna begin. We need to once again note, do they get any blood on the way in? This time they do. They find Sugar Zero. Laz still lingering around, waiting for any potential victim to make it through, but he's still holding a bit of territory here. Nevera finds 10. This is good work, finally, we're seeing from Liquid. Making that impact happen, putting this retake in such a...
planted.
You don't know what you did.
Yeah,
that's dangerous. And bear in mind, Deb just found Soulcast once again, just kind of in a bit of an awkward position, but this post plant's better. They've got numbers, they've got good crossfires, they should be able to hold this unless something can break it open. Laz could be that. Spots it, but doesn't quite get the sidestep out. Nevera with the punish. Trade not available for Crow, and there's those crossfires. Nice work from Liquid in the post plant. That is a little bit of course correction now.
A shred of hope left, but it cost them the orbital strike and the Tour de France. Sugar Zero again. Just looking to get weird with it, man. Actually shuts down the flank as well. I'm not sure if 10 dealt with the trap initially or see Nevera's.
See the concept that they have. It looks so wide open. Scream this time will be punished. Doesn't get away with finding Sugar Zero. It's Step on the other side. And there's the showstopper you're noting. Doesn't quite get it. The TP away.
Go get him.
Sends out the boombot, gets ready towards tower correctly. So this is still so good. The reaggress. Soulcast does get the trade eventually, but there's still 10. They have no idea he's still here. Left unchecked and gets away with murder. Nevera and Link, what are you going to do about it? You have no step towards the site anymore. Trying to work their way and crack this open. Nevera, great work. Has to still do more. 14 seconds. There's so many players in the way. 11 now, Link. It's unthinkable. It's unimaginable. Zeta are looking incredible right now.
They're so willing to just kind of absorb these executes for Liquid. I mean, just the snake bite there, just on the underside of Dice, it's actually crazy to watch. So quickly they deal with Scream. So quickly they're able to split the entire setup of Liquid. And again, Sugar Zero, just feeling no pressure. He's allowed to just focus on one task, which is posting up with a shorty.
I love the instantaneous crossfires. They instantly say, you don't get a single fight against them. Like, yeah, Scream came in and...
Not a clean one.
No,
none of them are clean, yeah.
Instant trade on it. It's so brilliant to watch. Zeta just so willing to fight as a team. And again, Laz still going through the protocol. This time you can see the pace being picked up by Liquid to try and hit a punish on it. Now this time, those Soulcast wins out, takes the space. Sight's theirs. Can they facilitate any more players to hit the cross? It looks like Scream's made it through as well. So 2 on site, 3 on the back lines almost. Still working through by elbow. But Crow, no pixel to be noted. Nothing to be seen. Vision still just slightly taken away. Plant going to come down, and once again, we hit that post-plant 5v5.
Cosmic Divide, Viper Spit to work with, lots of utility as well. Yampi stunned and blind. Laz and 10 will find kills immediately.
Nevera though, look at this position. Does he time it right? Did the door get noted? It did. Laz has seen this. I don't know how much he can do anymore. No, that gets removed. Scream on the side, trying to do the dance. Knives out, nothing more to be seen. The Divide's up. They've got safe passage until Link says no. Molly. No passage anymore. Gonna pop down the Molly, try and buy the time. You can see it's on the money. And speaking of time, it's bought a little bit, but now the Divide's gonna drop down and the grand reveal sprays in. There it is. Step out from Sugar Zero. Caught on the cross. Nevera, he's got it! Sprays in and just about keeps it safe. Team Liquid barely staying in this game.
Round before the switch.
By the skin of their teeth. I mean, if they find the third, there's still hope.
Yeah.
On the second half here, but not an awful lot of success really to celebrate here for Liquid. I mean, Link's still doing God's work here. And again, the time in the Molly just buys up so much here. Again, effectively then the Cosmic Divide. 25 seconds left now. That's going to be the green light for Liquid.
Away we go. Sugar Zero holds it back, slides in, gets sent back. Sugar Zero, sweet as ever, gonna find 2, holds it, waits for that push inevitably through the smoke, but 13 seconds. Crow's got your cross. Gonna deny this again, and all that utility coming into play. And what a shot! Zeta are holding the line, and they hold the half 10-2.
I mean, what a clinic. Zeta literally just put Liquid in the bin that half.
Yes.
There was absolutely nothing they could do. And again, Sugar Zero. There's been so little pressure here that he can get weird. He can do these little ratty plays, sitting inside smokes, tucking in, challenging the wall from Soulcast. It's just beautiful to watch.
So we go back in, and Liquid, let's see what you got up the sleeve, because right now Zeta are large and in charge. Yampy gonna hear all of this.
Such a contrast already. Just the pistol round.
Straight away. Such confidence. Navarra already tagged up. That pain shell could be dangerous. Gonna force him away from the angle he wanted, but Yampy drops down, says hello, gets one, can't get two. Sugar Zero with a quick trade. Navarra just dives in. I don't know what's going on, but Soulcast does, luckily. Crow now being outdone, and Liquid holds.
A lifeline.
Yeah.
Liquid. They got to convert this, though. Even more so. See if Zeta are going to throw anything into this. Again, just look at the game plan's there immediately. Nice little bait as well here to tuck Scream into top site. Navarra kind of pulled out a little bit of util, a little bit of focus on himself, and set Scream up for success. But again, we've got to see. I mean, for me, it's Scream and Soulcast really the ones to go toe-to-toe with Zeta here on the defense.
Well, this is a nice chance, isn't it? Scream. Say hello, say goodbye, Laz. Oh, Scream! What a shot, looks for more, gets more. Scream is just on a tear right now. What an absolute god of a round from him, just absolutely unleashing. Ah, that's not bad. Okay, stylistic way to do it. Very nice.
Well, we need a couple more of those.
Yeah, just a couple more.
Yeah,
do that again.
Those.
Couple more of those. Whoop.
Good progress as well towards the Blade Storm, so he can maybe throw. I even play for an Orb here early on if he wants to.
Oh, but
he's going to hear that. He should hear that.
Yep, and he's unmoving. Navarra not going to miss that Scream as well. The Brothers Grimm holding the line. Soulcast next up does well. Finds one, finds two, looks for the third, gets denied, but already this is a great round. Crow left on such minimal HP. Still fine. Scream. Fair enough. There it is. Eventually found by Link, just like...
Scream was absolutely baffled by that one.
Okay, 3 stand. So as long as they can still keep having decent purchases, it can happen, right?
You know, perfect play again. You noted this. Scream just baited Soulcast perfectly to find another 2 kills.
It's good bait, huh?
Absolutely correct call. You can see the firing squad on the other side as 10 now going to power forward, take some more space away for Scream to show his hand a little. And he's actually going to fill that gap quickly. Could have potentially called them out, but the utility is going to deny any quick springboard off the back. So again, 2 of the players going to fall towards site. Soulcast and Scream. Soulcast with a beheading, going to catch out 10. And now they lost the tip of the spear. Scream going to be forced to fight. Pull him in. Doesn't matter. He's still got your number. Scream holding really well. Want to be proactive in this fight. He's got Soulcast by his side. And Soulcast going to shut down any danger that was coming through there. 11-7.
Great response from Zeta as well. As soon as the swing doesn't come on the back of the Breach Flash and there's no peek on the other side of A main, I think they're almost anticipating that it might be a bait, right?
Yep.
Good hold from Liquid nonetheless, and again, I got to say, the important thing being a couple of these players starting to hit their shots, starting to win out on some of these aim duels, which, I mean, at the most basic level, just wasn't happening in the first half.
Taking Dish away, if you're going to look at it as like a protocol list, but you're still waiting on the next layer to that, which potentially allows coming in. 10's just, you talked about a lack of burst, well, 10's showed you can find it, and
And it's a spike.
Oh, sometimes things go wrong, but they actually are on the site. So they can recover the spike, they can get the plant down, and they can start doing a bit of damage. Now, Navarra's kept in the back of his mind, he knew that Laz was going to be lurking, and it's the right call to be making. So can the 3 of them do anything from the site? That's going to be the harder part here, is trying to make any damage come through. Yeah, Dap's still alive, but he's got to have a lot more of that where that just came from. And Sugar Zero dives in, the headhunter! Oh, Sugar Zero, what a way to do it! And Dap still stands, has to hit the shot, and it's Soulcast on the other side, a man who's had an up and down performance! And now he's down, Dap puts him in the depths, and Zeta make it to 12.
Wow. That's the one that they close out with an absolute calamity on the way in.
Right. Look at this start. Like, 10 took the space, I guess, like out of everything. Oh.
It's so tough as well.
Yep.
The set piece is so clean, and the Cosmic Divide, again, just creates this tunnel for 10 to get onto top side. But Depp goes huge for Zeta here. Wow. Zeta find map point, finally. Liquid, out of
chills,
lifelines
man.
now.
I'm
Out of
getting
lifelines.
chills at this. And for Liquid, that's a little underwhelming. And a bullet to the back of the head. 10 just takes out Soulcast. Doesn't care for it, doesn't like what he's up to, just doesn't accept what Liquid are trying to sell.
Showstopper coming here as well. 10 available. That's still tucked in.
Yep.
Let's link this time to try and counter some of this B main control, but we'll give it up for the time being. Everybody from Liquid here, by the way, as soon as Soulcast fell. Zeta should have a good idea on the back of what utility they've seen as well.
And there's the space taker. Yeah, gonna force them away, they have to respect it. Uh-oh, Pixel noted, sends it, doesn't find it. Somehow Scream stays alive, 45 seconds now, Laz sprays it wildly, gets one link down. This could be it. Map 1 on the line here. Navera and Yampi closed it out before, but it doesn't look like they're gonna do it this time. Yampi, a 1v5. Spike down against him, he gets the first. But Zeta, these crossfires have been rock solid. How does he try and break through this? Laz to the left, Depp to the right, and it's done. Zeta closed down map 1. The fairy tale is not over yet, and they might outdo the Liquid curse here.
Making a statement here in map 1. Again, yes, Liquid with a little bit of that recovery, which is so often lacking in terms of their performance here. So, again, positives on both sides, but yeah, definitely. I mean, Zeta come out of this one grinning from ear to ear. Zeta's defensive stats are nothing to be desired on Haven.
Yeah, it's traditionally not a good map. Just putting it that way. We have to see if there's a difference here. Right now, Navera denies any solid beginning. Lovely shots from him. Scream by his side. The brothers in action. Little I want to take that space. And there are two players to try and stop them. A bit of an open fight, and it's not gone well for Crow.
Here.
There's now Sugar Zero and Laz just going to have to be on the receiving end of this.
So you look to pull away from C here. Yampi going to try and creep onto B. Will be noted by the alarm bot. Again, with Sugar Zero drifting towards sewers, they're going to need a miracle here. Try and find something. Laz actually going to backstab onto...
Hold on. Sugar Zero can get away as well. They can't close that gap fast enough. They've brought this back to, what, a 2v3. Blinded, but still going to be able to get towards the back of sight and tuck himself away for a second. They've lost track of him for now. Spots him out, doesn't eat the flash. Has a 1v1. There's no one to trade that. Link gets punished. A quick pickup from Soulcast. But the danger started to mount, but Liquid grasp on to round 1.
Sugar Zero almost finds the second from sewers there as well. There's one player kind of out of action with Soulcast in the Trailblazer, so a lucky escape, if anything, there. Backstab timing onto Yampi as well. That's the way it's opened up.
Yep,
so crispy with it. Great repeat here from Link as well to avoid the fault line and actually try and bail out. Just going to try and force their way onto B, which will be wide open. No utility here to note it on the way in, but from sewers they should catch some of these audio cues. With the power of the way being sent through as well, yeah, they should know. Actually, smoke comes up. Yampi should hear it, actually, so they know past this trap already. We'll be there to greet Depp.
There is follow-up to this from the players. It's farming time. Yampi just wanted to go free farm on this one. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome, though. Doesn't want to overcook it.
One enemy
Back around. Yeah, lovely stuff. No worries for Yampi. Beautiful round. Comfy stuff. Liquid stabilize a little here. Round 2 was clean. Exactly what we needed to see from them.
So it's interesting to see such a contrast here where these slow rounds look so uncomfortable for Liquid here, and it's just well handled. In this regard, we're not Zeta are going to look to get as proactive as they did on Fracture. Particularly here in the buy round, I'm looking towards some of this A lobby control. They might fight for him. Actually, only Sugar Zero over that side. They do lose this utility. Crow actually went to swing on that.
Oh, Scream's having a bit of a weird one here. Does actually make it towards the top of the site, but what on earth? Crow finally gets him, eats the flash, doesn't turn it well enough. Yampi closes in, gets pretty much B-side to themselves, excluding Depp, who's still trying to linger around. He's held that space. The Sugar Zero did push up over towards A-Long, so he's got faith in that, but now there has to deal with the traps put down. So Liquid haven't got that much room to work with. Depp still in this. They still have presence. The lean from 10 isn't far off either. Yeah, he's right there by the side. I don't know if they're still going to clear sight so diligently. They are going to give it a good attempt. Yampi, good danger. good amount of pressure. They're dealing with these rifles, and Navarra, so hyper aware of a player behind him, is stuck around, lingered long enough just to do enough, but actually gets outdone.
Finds the adjustment on that, brings it to a 2v2 here. Sugar 0 and 10 trying to find their way back onto C site.
Sugar Zero so quick with it, but Yampi's got himself a rifle. It is a 1v2, and Sugar Zero's HP is a disaster, and Yampi is just the master of it, clutches it out and converts the bonus.
Slow start to the first map, but here off to a crazy start. Actually 9-1 leading the charge for Liquid. Again, the composure already, it's way more apparent. It was on Fracture here. Liquid sticking to the game plan. A pretty clumsy approach to B site initially. I think Scream thought he had a dash, but it doesn't end up coming back to bite them.
Hit the rotation back to a more standard hold. It looks like once again this B piece is coming in. Seeker's just sprinkled on top. Tommy doing the best he can, but it's not going to do well. And there's going to be the Doggo coming out for one side and Soulcast ready with his on the other. So again, Zeta going to be put pretty much instantaneously towards a retake.
Let's see, with everybody stacked out.
They push it.
Liquid are getting aggressive here.
They are. They're going to try and crunch through on towards that connector side on A. And Zeta's time is just being ripped away from them, just rotting the clock. Flashback online for 10. Looking to maybe instigate something, but Yampi is holding them down. Quick little answer back though. Sugar Zero and Crow can at least break through on one side. Scream going to try and deal with one on the other. That's now 10 gone. Attention turns. Laz delivers! Finds Navarra and puts Scream in a 1v2, but time is starting to tick. He doesn't have to hold this for too long. He gets a great shot, but he can't find the follow-up.
What a round. Particularly from Liquid, I honestly thought as if they had that with Zeta's complete lack of control or even attempt to retake mid. It came so late on. Unfortunately, just a couple of key engagements going their way. Timing here for Laz to find one to Link. Like I said, he's the only one from Zeta to really address it. I mean, we know how comfortable this B plant and just reset into mid.
Looks over towards A, because they haven't really had this early fight too much. Navarra's found it. How do you do that? Straight up damage right back in. 10, give it a little boost on the way out as well. Just get out of here. Evacuate the site. It's ours. Liquid, larger than charge, and the site is there. Smokes go up. No real contest on the way back in now.
So we'll wait for the plant here. The Rolling Thunder set up and the Cosmic Divide goes through.
Okay, what do they find?
They cancel the plant off here.
10
can't get out.
10's, he's made a bit of a meal of it. And yeah, it's destruction on the other side. A little bit of a fumble on the timing, a little bit of fumble on just getting out of that window. They could not capitalize on the utility invested. And Liquid course correct back to 5-2.
I mean, the best thing to see after that previous fumble is to see Liquid come out confidently, close out this round.
Ah, the discipline. Lovely. You can see, I can only imagine the Zeta were just mentally a bit weirded out after just, the drop down's not worked, how we put everything into that. They feel as though maybe they can stick around in this longer. The set piece, how does it look again? Now there's more of an active fight on towards it. Seems to go in at the same time, but Scream's gonna break on through. It's target rich for Scream. Sprays on him, he has no vision, but suddenly he gets the reveal and he sees another, finds it with a frenzy. Sugar Zero gets outdone, Link's there. This is powerful from Liquid. The method to the madness is correct this time. Chemists who have found the formula, correcting the ship from map 1. Now, Laz, you've been fantastic, but this is a little too much on the plate, potentially. Yes, dealt with. And Liquid just going through the motions. This is good stuff.
And even in a round there where everybody's in the right place at the right time, I think actually 3 members of Zeta eaten up in that fault line.
Yeah.
So not even an opportunity to make use of this stack. Yeah, Scream gets it so quick. Again, the timing on the paranoia is perfect for him. I'm not actually sure, was 10 actually in his Trailblazer there as the hit comes through? To even find any sort of value or... Scream actually just charges his way onto B site here and it's wide open for the taking.
Scream's put himself in a great little position to hold this on the push through. Yeah, no sweat for Scream. Oh, he doesn't even see them. Scream is just unleashing fury. Does get found finally, but it's Crow with 10 HP. And it's going to be Liquid just moving forward. This is just quick work, really, isn't it?
Oh, what a polarizing performance here from Liquid again. On the brink of actually closing this out. 10-2, like I said, we'll see what the purchase looks like. How it settles for Zeta. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, just Of course, all headshots.
Yeah. Oh, obviously.
Obviously. My bad. Why wouldn't they be? Just crosshair placement king. 2 to 9. And we do have to start considering split at one point, but we've still got another half to go.
You want to play?
At this point, we get proactive. Zeta going to try and flip the script here, and I kind of like that. We wanted to see them try and challenge his default, see how that works out. It looks like in round 12 they're going to attempt it. Deb did make it past, and has been unnoted thus far. Yes, they had the trade out the start, Scream and 10.
I've got your trail.
But well, that's a bit problematic.
Yeah, the Seeker actually going to reveal Dep's push.
Instantly neutralizing it. A little bit of a shame there for him. And now here comes that quickness to the attack again. These A takes have been picture perfect from Liquid. Laz has to just sit back and watch a passenger in this half as Liquid are just turning every screw. Depp can do nothing. His vision finally gets brought back in and actually finds Yampi taking a wander. Now what else can be done? Not much. Nevera and Soulcast close down the account. It's 10 to 2 and yeah, it does feel as though Zeta, I've got to say it, have just been a passenger in this half.
They have, like I said, it's just a total lack of versatility. No adjustment really in any of these rounds. Like I said, the only time I've ever seen anybody try to challenge this has been Depp, and it was a solo mission.
Yep.
And Laz doesn't even get a chance to use the judge. Nevera.
Yeah, night and day.
A quick start here in the second half, straight through with the Trailblazer through Garage. So Liquid happy to give this up as well. Let's see. Not coming through early enough here, but be able to get a clean plant. No pressure coming through just yet for Liquid. Look at them, they're all tucked up, just ready to force their way back onto the site.
Still a fair amount of utility as well for Liquid to play with to try and facilitate this push back in. Deplo ready. Spamming away. Liquid finding not a great deal on the way through here. Actually, time is being drawn back. Nice work to temper the pace from Zeta still. You can see the flash in hand, exchange on it. Both now blinded. Depth to find Nevera. Flash goes in again. They re-aggress. They find another pick. This is good from 10. This is still life in them yet. Zeta gonna get the first, the second half. 3 to 10.
Gun here.
The important thing to know, I mean, Josh used the word desperation to kind of rely on it, but I didn't see any of that kind of scrambling to throw something else, see what sticks on defense. Whether or not we're going to see actually Zeta completely flip the script and be more decisive in their attacking half. I mean, this is definitely a good start if that's the perspective that you have. Definitely need a couple more of those to feel a bit more comfortable about this 7-round deficit for Zeta here. Going to be set up with a fault line here through to A lobby. Swing actually comes through. Nevera finds
standing.
The second
still
as well.
standing. He is still standing and still firing on all cylinders. You get past one, you get greeted by another. Soulcast does dip eventually, but early damage has already been achieved.
Deb actually has the Phantom here to make use of. Dash on. He does find one. Yampi will fall. Maybe a moment here to take a breather on site.
I don't know if you can, they're so close yet. They do just about back away. I was waiting to see if Soulcast would dare to try and aggress forward, but no. Has to respect it for now, wait for the support to come into place. Nevera gonna find his way back after such a blistering beginning. Still has to do a lot more though. Scream gonna start closing the net as well.
Scream's very early as well, with no utility to note it. Zeta have to be cautious of it.
Feels shaky. This doesn't feel as controlled as I'd like. Sugar Zero trying to find that difference maker, control it as best he can. Time becoming a factor though. Scream starts his account, and he might just close Zeta's already. The drop down and Scream,
man.
The brothers in arms right now, starting and closing the round, and the defuse to boot. It's 11 for Liquid.
Yeah, Scream just has so much time and space to set up this flank, and I think Link has literally just sat in A-Link, holding a paranoia. Literally for that entire time. The execution is perfect. We talked about setting him up for success. What a great example of that.
Picture perfect.
Let's go!
Flash back up in 5 as well if he wants both. He's just holding ground. Spammed out though.
What?
The commitment. No shot. 10, are you serious? How? Oh, he's got him as well. Conviction in approach. 10's punished Soulcast. I have no idea how he's done it. read the play so perfectly, but they're still looking like they want to hit up that C site. Split in through Garage, and Yampi has to be careful not get caught in no man's land. Link, control. The man is precise as ever. 10 though, quick trade out. He is still operating on all cylinders. Scream at the back of the site. The Seekers go in. Navarra has to back away. 10 puts him down. 10 is doing it all for ZETA right now. They are keeping them alive.
I'm still absolutely mind blown by that wallbang. It's the perfect response as well. It's just the one member of Liquid, I think, that plants the seed that they're going to need to rotate here. The timing of the execute onto C, perfect. I'm not sure if they heard a flash come through. I mean, I'm trying to think back of whether or not we noted the Trailblazer or a flash coming through
he invested
somewhere.
early utility, the Trailblazer to go deep. Like, it did eventually push up through sewers, but so much conviction behind that.
Nice.
And ZETA are closing the gap fast. No mess in here. They want that space, they want that site. It's going to be theirs.
I'm trying to set up the fault line here, whether or not there's going to be anybody follow up just yet. Scream
That's
over the
it.
top with the Blade Storm.
You got to set up Scream because he will make the most of it. Never turns it down when you can see that opportunity beckoning. And ZETA now in that 4v5 post-plant, but bear in mind the weapons are still far from ideal. Depp still outdoes Scream. Laz with the follow-up. Depp on the side looks towards one. He knows there's one in heaven. Spots one as well, working through on the connector. Soulcast finding two out of nowhere as Depp now starts to break a sweat. And the slow flank. I don't think they know that Sugar Zero could be here. They are none the wiser. And now he has to reveal, but look at the weapon. It's only a stinger! And heartbreaking there as Soulcast catches him in the end. Diffuse will come through. And Liquid, 12 now beckoning on the board.
And not a million miles away, 3.9 seconds left on that. If they could buy just a little more time on site, maybe Sugar Zero can make something happen, but...
There he is.
The fault line, Blade Storm over the top. It's old, but it's gold. It finds actually a crucial kill in the retake there for Liquid. We will be noted there with that depth. Would have heard that jump.
But you're right though, it's not just Scream here. He does have support. Yampi just starting to drift slightly further back here. And there it is, reveal. Scream's already found 10. Depp couldn't do anything with it. And now left in a little bit of no man's land. You gotta be careful he doesn't overpush this. Last try and take space in the meantime, up by Sewer. And you're gonna see instantly Soulcast comes back around, unafraid. Stands there for the fight, retakes that site space as well. Digs in his heels. Forces Laz back, but in the meantime, now the sport's in. Now the cavalry's arrived. Soulcast takes the fight on 13 seconds. It's getting down to the wire. And Scream still standing, still delivering. And now Sugar Zero, the flank that time gets red, but he doesn't get put down just yet. 3 seconds. The clock is his biggest enemy, and it's all but over. 13-4.
Defenders win.
We are going the distance. All the maps now to be played out.
What a way to bounce back for Liquid. All of these kind of confidence concerns we had in map 1. Almost right in their wrongs here. Scream having a massive performance here.
ZETA's now got 2 players on the site, 2 towards heaven, actually committing towards hell for Depp here too. And the slow on the hit, going to deny easy access in the walls.
That's that same tip-top wall we've seen before.
Yeah. And the cross not going to be ideal because Laz wants to challenge a little bit on this. Going to be toyed with by Scream. Dangerous name to be saying, but they kept their composure. Slipping towards the back of the pillar. They haven't fully given up site control just yet. It's that back and forth. The waning side of control. Navarra with a quick shot though. Catches Laz just a little out too far. Flash comes in, shot and a half. Depp still standing, still delivering. Holds it for 2. And now a 2v2. Both playing together. Navarra and Link though. Having to deal with 10 up towards heaven. The utility. Shh! Oh, shoved on in. Link still alive, 40 HP.
30 seconds left.
And now the quiet before the storm. The spike's still down at the back of the site. They don't have to cook this. Depp's still trying to keep a little bit of space, but look at the creep from Navarra. He's got the timing wrong, apparently, Depp! How did he get that headshot? I do not know. And Link, a fight on 2 fronts, one right, one left, and the spike not to hand. He has to pick his poison. Falls back away, gets the spike back, does what he can with this. But now the double swing, ZETA! Get things started right with the first round on the board.
ZETA play that's so disciplined as well, just completely cutting off any of these opportunities that Liquid had to secure that round. Ultimately, you feel as if they get the opener here with Navarra finding the kill onto Sugar Zero. But Depp, man, just goes huge in the pistol round.
No right to get that shot on Navarra. I thought Navarra had the timing on that. Genuinely, you can already see the rotations elsewhere. They've kind of drawn them away. And Sugar Zero well, feeling real lonely right now and has company that he didn't really want. Soulcast quick to take him out. Depp is already here, though, and does get the trade pretty quickly. Don't challenge one by one. Depp's too good, and Laz with the support. Gonna find him regardless, and suddenly this is looking like a disaster. Scream and Link. And look at 10. He spotted them both. He's just gonna buy time. Yeah, paint shell, catch. Have a little go on that one. Oh, I've got a judge. You want to hit a rotation? Not here.
Actually gonna wall up. No way. Does he expect it on top? He should see him.
He's still fighting him. What on earth is going on?
Oh, it's looking fumbly here from Liquid already early on. Zeta actually convert the round 3. Adept again. Look at him, just put him in a corner. He has no options here, but still delivers. And actually the snake bite to bail him out as well, finding this final bit of damage onto Nevera.
That's a tilter for me. If I'm Liquid, I'm tilted. I'm getting frustrated. They've got 3 players actually on that B site itself. Gonna send a flash in towards main, didn't find anyone, but they're gonna know the pressure's coming in from Heaven at the very least. 35 seconds now, Liquid need to make this hit count, and they've got to make it pretty soon. Depp's under a little bit of pressure here, stays unnoted for now, does get shoulder checked by Scream. Soulcast finds him, Soulcast then doubles down, perfect. Sugar Zero still lingering on the site though, 24 seconds. Don't forget he is here. The smoke drops, Scream, great work. This is what they needed, and that's finally Liquid really looking mechanical in approach.
And that methodical clearance through, again, just waiting out. Like I said, after I felt they'd almost lost out in terms of the utility investment there in mid. Also, a little bit of a fumble with the wall as well, one being stuck behind it, but Soulcast able to blast back up, and good for 2 on the entry as well. Really, really nice clearance there from Liquid.
I've got my ult.
Kind of cheating Crow over a little earlier. I like that. Soulcast slowed down. Gives him time to back away. Should be
30 seconds left.
Really hard to make this work for Soulcast. He's just going to send it in. Oh dear.
I know
Depp, I don't think you know how lucky you might be, but now he's going to be forced to fight. He finds 1, 2. Depp, unbelievable 3. Not going to get 4 because Soulcast leaps in with the judge. He has to go further. 10 seconds. He's trying to chase him down. Denied by Crow as Yampy a 1v2, but time is his biggest enemy. They're just going to toy with him, play with him, make it inaccessible. 2 more seconds. The clock will define it as the time is ripped away. It's 5-1.
It was excruciating to watch the showstopper there, because you can see exactly, I mean, the cog's turning. He's isolating all these angles. It's just a split second behind finding that. And it's, of course, the one player that should have died from the showstopper, Depp, that actually then turns this round around. They find Laz as well, so they completely rip the Viper's bit away. Like I said, Depp, after not being found with the showstopper, finds 3 kills, Lauren.
You made this a thing. Sometimes what you put out in the world comes back. 10 says hello, that's 1. You can see the hesitation on Nevera, suddenly not loving it. Does deal with him really well. Rez comes in, we saw how isolated he was. He was on his own here, so the rotations will be quite far away. Liquid should have full site control.
So no ultimates available on the way back in here, but Scream actually swings ahead of the Cosmic Divide here. Yampy good for 2 down below as well. Depp will respond. Actually, the Rez comes through as well. Wide out in the open here, and Liquid will punish it. Find their second as well.
Finding a gap there, Liquid finally exploring that A site. We hadn't really seen much of that.
Well, actually, it's unknown territory, Torin. They've been there, what, once before. Nevera's been punished, I think, by 10 previously as well. Again, good to clear that out. Whether or not this will actually pull somebody from Zeta to maybe now focus a bit more to supporting 10, have to wait and see. And if Liquid can actually exploit that.
So eyes go towards 10 and Crow. No quick rotation either. It's still a ways off. Laz can work his way through, but by now it's 10. This is who we have to look at. He spots 1 on the cross, doesn't send it, doesn't quite find what he wants either. Soulcast still stands, but it's Crow to capitalize. Punishes 1, but the trade comes in. Yampy gonna deliver. And now Crow on the back line of sight. Can he do much more? Spots out Nevera, spots out 1 more. Still finds Yampy. It's scrappy, but it's a 3v2. Liquid hold the numbers for now, and they need to keep building off this. Sugar Zero playing out from Heaven, but the spike in the hands of Scream. Oh, what a shot from Scream. Time to find it. And now Depp overwhelmed. Liquid, keep composure.
Looking a lot more comfortable here for Liquid. Going through the mojo again. Similar execute we saw in the previous round with that Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
Again, 10. Just unfortunately, I mean, yes, the showstopper gets popped. It's going to slow down that Heaven push, but posting around, I don't think finds enough damage. I mean, Soulcast is dealt with pretty quickly by Crow anyway, but Unfortunately, he's not able to close the distance and really post that into heaven, because Liquid have got to be sweating when they hear that voice line popped.
That B site.
Fire in the hole!
Actually going to lead with the ult. Soulcast wanted to really make sure this is kept safe, so have to be sure to not stack up too much towards CT or heaven. Oh, Soulcast. He's having a bit of a nightmare with it himself, isn't he? Makes a meal of it, but it's fine. Flag's coming in, but again, this is Sheriffs. And there's not really much to be played with. I guess a bit of lucky timing could work out for 10 here if he checks. He does. That's a rifle now to be picked up. Now, is there anywhere else that could find a vulnerability? Soulcast. That's shaky. Oh, he's gone down. Laz has found him at Scream and Navera. Keeping things.
What?
Oh, I was going to say safe. There's no safety here. Sugar Zero. Full. Unleashing Fury. Sprays in. He got attacked. Oh, there's no bullets left to play with.
By the skin of their teeth, Navera delivers for Liquid. Ties things up.
He's a safety net man. Like, no. This round just screams anxiety to me. As soon as that kill comes in, that's a rifle recovered, and then this starting to chip away at them. The gap closer from Sugar Zero.
What is that from Sugar Zero?
Oh, just the follow-up shots, man. They're unreal.
There's a moment here as well. You can see, again, the spy cam completely saves Navera. Actually, the tag comes through down to 67 HP through the box as well.
There was a real shot at that. But it's 5-5 and resilience shown by Liquid. Finest of margins in these sort of games. It's all it comes down to. Is this going to be a clear, concise approach from Liquid, and Crow's in a dangerous spot, but actually makes the most of it. How did he stay alive? Well, I guess finest of margins. As already down to 3, Liquid looking to try and just keep it simple, but it's not working out as well. They know that they're close, but they don't know how close. Again, Crow still holds the line. Thought that was instantly going to be a trade, not to be. Link, last one standing and not for long. Zeta, right players, right place, and the round's theirs. I like the delay of this utility invested actually coming out from Zeta. That's quite nice. This will give them a little bit more time, but now they need to read it correctly. Were they thinking this could be an A? It's not. It's going to be down once again to Crow to be the anchor on this site. Try and hold this safe. Depth forced to fight now, has to fall forward. Boombot comes in and 4 players for Liquid are on the side. The divide comes out as well. Soulcast targets Laz, and Soulcast, they're fighting this! Liquid swing the pillar, get 3 for it. 10 does what he can, but it looks like it's too little too late as Sugar Zero already down to 50 HP. Dealt with Soulcast. Gonna keep this all even on the half.
That's crazy. You can see just, I mean, the pressure really getting to Zeta now. Lad's so hesitant to invest that ultimate off the rip, but I think they're waiting for a really, really transparent indicator here from Liquid, and they just don't get it.
No. Wow. Okay, this is the type of game and the type of half.
Looking like initially a 4-man lean towards B main here. Actually, Link going to be spotted by the Trailblazer.
Link's so
See,
good.
the paint shot was doing loads of damage actually to Link.
Yeah, he's still alive though. Vic just gets overwhelmed. Too many to handle. Soulcast tries to keep composed. Can't make it happen. 10 just unleashing with the frenzy. 3v2 numbers advantage to Zeta here. Spike in hand as well. Navera tries to fill the gap. Gets punished. Tried to get a little bit of a timing on it, not to be a Nyampi. Yes, he's predicting the flank. Needed that clean. Not going to have it. First round in the second half goes to Zeta.
One thing I've definitely got my eye on here, I mean, Liquid, just a nice little stat comparison here. Their retake success percentage sits around 33. And actually, Zeta on the other side are fantastic at converting post plants. A 75% success ratio for them. So this is where I'm looking for Zeta to really, really step up here to see how it pans out. I mean, pistol round on the board. Great start for them here.
And I think for me, just seeing Liquid being in the right place, hitting these rotations correctly, is such a key indicator that they're so prepared for this as well. Again, the rotations are here already, but they look like they adjust course, try to make the most of it. Quick trade out, Sugar Zero going to break through towards Scream. They lose 10, sure, but the site's looking vulnerable. This then puts it all in the hands of Link, who's going to try and probably slip in towards B main, potentially try and hold a little bit of that side space, as the rest are on the way, but they should be able to get at least a spike towards the side, unless Link takes an early fight, and he does! Slips away into the night after just garnering that little bit of impact. It's huge. But Sugar Zero, do they expect this? I don't think they do.
He's let one pass.
He let Nyampi through, but it seems it didn't get called. Nyampi finds depth. He tries to turn around. Sugar Zero says no. Crow with the catch towards Navera. And now the 2v2. They noted where Link was earlier, but he's adjusted around already. They're both playing on the backside of Pillar. One flash to hand, that's it. They ain't getting another one back up, so it's got to be good. Catching one with a flash. Sugar Zero waiting patiently. They're trying to go on an exploration mission. They have to try and clear this, but the timing, Sugar Zero just going to dip away towards CT slightly, gets a little bit of safety. And oh, Crow even finds Soulcast, and now they fight together. Link presented the unthinkable. It was his site to control and his to try and keep in check, and it's fallen to pieces. One bullet ain't gonna do it, and Zeta do the damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, initially the one comes through onto 10, and you think, yeah, they're going to catch the timing here. Scream does a little bit of damage with that Judge, but he's so quickly removed there. They have the benefit of all this space and rotation.
This is becoming real. This round right here has now put pretty double digits right on the board.
Yeah. Right,
you gotta say it, because the buy coming back in from Liquid's going to be a disaster. So that's probably 10-6 the way you're looking at it, and it's exactly why Liquid have this timeout right now, and it looks like Ropes is being found here. No one stopped them just yet. Flash comes in now. If you're Liquid, you're worried because you have to pull these players back. The loss of Soulcast so early is going to be an issue. 2 tucked towards CT, 25 seconds now. Where do they go? Scream tries to thread the needle. He gets one, but a quick trade out. Crow all too aware, and they instantly turn. They're trying to pivot this super quick back towards B, but there's still players present. This isn't going to be super easy. Soulcast back on his feet. Sure, he has to hold the line. He's got players by his side. He's not alone, but Link goes down. No! Sugar Zero! He found Soulcast, and the site's wide open. Nevera now has to somehow get 3 players, and the wall gets put up in his face. He has to do something about this, but he's tagged down to 4 HP, and Zeta are running rings around Liquid.
You've got to hold on to this rifle now. We talked about the Playmaker ultimates available in these early rounds. Again, the timing's awful for Scream. He actually finds Laz as well, that's the thing, but the contingency's there in place. The double swing is perfectly timed.
One enemy.
See how far Zeta can get in here. Soulcast actually another miss on the showstopper.
It's an absolute screamer from him. And Laz is just going to power through him now. Down to 3. Nevera's still got a rifle though, so don't think it's over just yet. And they don't have full sight control. 25 seconds. Zeta need to make this work in Yampi. He waits. The ice cold Finn dips away. He doesn't fancy all the way trying to sell, but look at the time. He's buying time and he's denying approaches, funneling them in towards Nevera, who's going to find one. Can't make too much more than the second on towards Laz. He falls, but so does Yampi. Dives down and now a 1v1. 7 seconds. Crow. Nerves of steel to go for this plant. And on the other side, 3 bullets, Link! He keeps them alive in this.
They cling to life once again.
Thrifty.
We'll find the defuse here, the thrifty round win to find Liquid 7th. Could this be the turning of the tides here for them? What a crazy round. Again, it's so anxious here for Zeta on the way in. Yampi actually almost finds the second, but...
Yeah.
Nice! That was the most important round of our life.
Scream actually forced out of heaven as well, so lots of space opened up here by Zeta. It's actually going to pull the rotation. Nevera, got to be on red alert now.
Jump through. 10, not finding the entry he wanted. Nade's going to be quite nice. That pain shot's not going to be bad at all, but look at this presence as well. There's still one towards the side that is unnoted. So much more for Zeta to clear, so much more for them to do on the priority list. I think they just saw Yampi at Pillar, and 10's not having as clean of a start. He looks nervous, he looks anxious, and Nevera is unmoving, unblinking. Death, though, dives down, and that's absolutely perfect for Zeta, still keeping 3 alive against the last 2, Scream and Link.
Gonna have the res as well.
Spike planted.
You're right. And there it is now, 4 targets. Scream has to stand tall to that reputation he's garnered. He has to be the man of the moment. He can't do it. Crow finds him, and Link left all alone once again. And 12 beckoning for Zeta. It's there for them. 12 on the board now. 1 round away from making history.
Gone here. Match point.
And again, they have the advantage here. As soon as those Seekers come out, Liquid are already preemptively rotating, but again, just leaving Soulcast so deep here that there isn't anything to bail him out. When this pressure comes through, he's overwhelmed.
Nice!
What a beautiful round from Zeta. Could that be the nail in the coffin? I mean, look at the purchase here. Look at the purchase.
There's nothing to it. It's 1 rifle on Link. Deep breaths. This could be history in the making. Team Liquid. Right place, though. This is the right time. Flash comes in. Nevera gonna see this. Doesn't see all of it, but they're going to try and crunch on this one. Isolate one, but there's more behind it. Nevera delivers. So does Soulcast. They're digging deep here. Team Liquid don't want to go out just yet. They are fighting with everything they have, and they leave 3 of Zeta still alive.
Finally, making use of that triple setup towards A.
Right
See
there.
if Sugar Zero can find anything towards Link on B site here.
Man with the rifle.
I don't think they actually recovered either of the rifles outside A.
No, they dipped real quick. Now Link needs to play this perfectly as well, as does Scream. They cannot allow pressure to overwhelm them, the trades to be too effective. Yampi's actually going to take that spot back away, and actually Link's going to be able to maybe play from a little bit of a safer spot, maybe less of a one and done. And now Sugar Zero closing the gap. He gets one. The spray's gorgeous. It's perfect from Sugar Zero. And there's a reality now that is presented that not many thought would happen, as Navera and Soulcast have it all on the plate. And the dreams becoming a reality, all in that man's hands. Sugar Zero, 4 kills, and Soulcast has to face the music. A 1v3. The divide about to reveal all that anxiety, the terror that's in place. He finds one, he waits for the swing. Nothing comes, but the time is dwindling, and as is his HP, he has to face the fact that Sugar Zero has done the unthinkable, the unimaginable, and the dream is alive for Zeta.
What an impressive performance from these guys. The dream run indeed. And Liquid, their redemption arc here at Reykjavík shouldn't have even been here. It will dry up. And smiles on the boys' faces, but heartbreaking. Zeta stand tall, man. They stand up to the challenge again.